And they said, listen, if you don't send this in somewhere, we're going to go ahead and send it in for you. And you have to know Paige and KT to know that they're not shy at all. So I knew if they sent this into Runner's World or wherever else that I would be humiliated. And I did not want any attention on myself at all. So I just sent a random email into Runner's World, and I know now that that was God opening a door for me, because I can't send a random email to any magazine and get a response. It just doesn't work like that. But the editor sent me an email back, and that was my first piece that was ever published in Runner's World magazine. And I'm now contributing editor for them, and have been since 2004. So that was a giant gift. So you can never underestimate the power of telling your friends when they're good at something. That is such a giant gift, to tell someone what their gifts are. Because if they hadn't told me that, if they hadn't seen something in me, I don't know how long it would have been before I finally got on track with my calling and my purpose in life, using the gifts that God gave me. Who knows how long it would have taken for me to get a clue and then get the confidence to follow through on the clue. It would have been a long time. So I'm so grateful. So let me ask you, so they obviously they saw something in you and they knew what you needed therapy-wise.
How have they been helpful in your spiritual journey as well?
Well, they're part of the same core group of women that I run with every Wednesday. We have running group, which is before Bible study. So I always end up, after that, feeling physically and spiritually exhausted. And I love that. But they are the ones that challenge me, not only to be a better athlete, a better woman, a better mother, but they challenge me in a spiritual sense as well, to continue to grow and to stay motivated and stay focused. And they pray for me, pray with me, and I pray with them. So I can't imagine at all facing any challenge of any sort, big or small, without them by my side. I just can't even picture that.
Well, I'll tell you, let's change gears a bit. All right, so let's talk a little bit about, so what's it like co-parenting with the plants?
You know, we have a lot of fun, and his schedule is a little bit crazy, but I feel so lucky that we have a great relationship that is, our communication is open, it's respectful, and we go back and forth and stay in close contact about the kids. And we've got 3 kids doing 3 different sets of activities, and I mean, I can't imagine if we didn't get along and I'd have to be like, can you tell me where Luke's lacrosse stick is, and where's Bella's book report? I mean, there's so much interplay back and forth, and I'm so grateful that our relationship is at a place where we can be the best possible co-parents for our kids, because I think that was the thing I struggled with the most, worrying about what that would look like for them.
And there were no blackout days.
There were no blackout days. And I think one of the biggest things, I was so concerned that when my marriage fell apart, I thought, but my biggest dream is I want my kids to know what unconditional love looks like, and now it's ruined. You know? And you know what's so funny is that God took that and He used that and He honored my dream anyway, because I know that when my kids see us together and they see us getting along, they see us picking them up and taking them around and being at the same things and sitting right next to each other at every game and every performance and everything. Kids, they feel everything. They're out, that you cannot tell a lie, you cannot speak a lie, you cannot be a fraud in front of your children. They know everything. And it makes me so happy when they see us, because I know that dream of still showing my children what unconditional love looks like. In fact, it's been probably amplified because that's unconditional love to me, to go through something really hard and still come out on the other side and be able to be a team when you need to be a team. That's huge. And that's God's stamped, because that's not me in my power, and that's not Lance in his power. That is God in his power, doing the best for us and for our kids. So,
beautiful. And that's a hard thing to do. I'm sure a lot of us in this room relate to that. It's a pretty tough place to be in. Well, I'd like to ask you, you write a lot about this particular subject, and you talk about cultural lies and stereotypes about women. And you alluded a little bit to it earlier, but can you elaborate a little bit more about talking about cultural lies, stereotypes, beauty?
I think beauty is one of those words that's a totally loaded subject. And if you asked every single woman in this room what their idea or their concept or feelings about beauty were, you would get as many answers as there are seats filled. And that's so interesting to me. It's something that women, from the time we are little girls, we struggle in this area. And if anyone says that they've never struggled in this area or they're so unconcerned about it, they're lying. And to me, I think that we're fed so many lies by ourselves, by the media, by people around us telling us what it means to be beautiful. And it's this exhausting, striving attempt at something that is completely elusive. So, you know, on one hand, like one era to the next, it's great to have, you know, perm hair, straight hair, feathered hair. It's good to be curvy, it's good to be super skinny, it's good to be tan, it's good to be pale, it's good to have short nails, it's good to have long acrylic nails. You can't even keep up. Just when you get one thing straight, everything changes and you do something else. It's exhausting. And who has the time for that? So my concept and my feeling on the subject of beauty is that it isn't so much the way that we present ourselves to the world, and we get so stuck there thinking that that's what it means to be beautiful. What you have on, what you weigh, what you look like, what your skin looks like, what color your hair is. But really to me, and I've spent a long time looking at some very beautiful women that I know, and I realize that the beautiful women that I know are absolutely gorgeous when they are doing the thing that they love to do. And that's undeniable, because if you ever see someone who's doing their thing, it's breathtaking. For example, I have a friend who absolutely loves to ride horses. When she's on the back of a horse screaming and ripping across a field, I look at her and I think, Lord have mercy. That girl is unbelievably gorgeous. Drop dead gorgeous. I have a friend who loves ballet. I have a friend who loves to swim. I have a friend who loves to jump on the trampoline. I have friends who love to cook. I have friends who love to teach. When I see my friend Stacy and she's teaching in front of a room full of little children, and they're all wide-eyed looking up at her, I think, oh my gosh, you are amazing. You are absolutely gorgeous. I can't even stop staring at it. And I thought, what is it with that? Why do we miss that? Why do we spend so much time on all this other junk instead of going back to the thing for each one of us that we love like that? And that thing never changes. It's the thing that you absolutely love to do when you're a child and you can't wait to do it. And even as you grow older, it's the thing that you lose track of time. You forget to eat. You're so immersed in that moment that you are unaware of yourself. And that is when a woman is gorgeous, and it has nothing to do with her age or her weight or anything else. So I always love to challenge women to remember that thing. And if you can't remember it, which a lot of women can't because it's been so long since they had that feeling, but you can ask your mom, you can ask your best friend, you can ask your sister, you can dig back into your past and find that thread, that thing that you love to do, and that's the thread that's going to lead you back to being truly beautiful. And that's the message that I want to share with women. That's the message I want to share with my daughters. I want them to grow up knowing that that's when they're beautiful. Because if it is, then that's what they'll keep doing, and then they'll be beautiful forever. And what a relief.
So let me toughen up on that a little bit. Do you think that that can also impact your relationship with God? Do you think that if that's something, and we talk about this, that we're meant to have, and we're supposed to have, do you think that can impact a woman's beauty as well?
There's a verse that says, those who look to him are radiant. And I think every time we're doing the thing that he created us to love and do, then we're looking to him and we're radiant. And I think that we're pleasing him in that moment because he made us with that desire to love something so much. He made each one with a different love. And so when he sees that you're doing that thing, he just smiles on you. And when he smiles on you, I'm sorry, there's no better light in the world.